Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly April message for all of the Cancers out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Cancer out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Guys, I want to let you know that I am now taking personal clients for personal readings and coaching clients. So I'm going to encourage you to go down and look in the description box so that you could actually book your own private sessions with me. And without further ado, Cancer, let's go ahead and get into your message this month. All right, Cancer, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get into it. What information and what insight can you offer Cancer this month? Okay, Cancer, we are starting out at the Two of Wands. So I kind of really feel that this is truly representing you planning. You're wanting to make some changes in your life. Maybe you currently feel like you've accomplished all that you possibly can in the current space that you're in. And whenever I see a Two of Wands, it's really about making a choice. You're needing to consciously decide what path you're going to want to take. And I feel like this is going to require you to plan. It's going to require you to organize. It's going to require you to make decisions. What I love about the Two of Wands is that it's really about finding the balance. And really, I feel like this is mostly about finding the balance within your ideas, your inspirations, the things that you are the most passionate about. I feel that ultimately, man, these things are just falling out for you here, Cancer. I feel that ultimately what this is really saying is that maybe you're needing to take some time to actually reflect on what it is you're truly desiring, what it is you're truly wanting. And I feel that when you can actually attune to that, you'll know exactly which direction which direction you want to go. So ultimately, I feel that's what this is really saying here. So let's go ahead and get this. I need 2 more. Okay, are these the 2? Okay, where do we want what? Okay. All right. Okay, Cancer, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, first card up represents where you currently are. And as I mentioned, you are at the Two of Wands here. So as I said, this is about you having these desires and these passions that you're wanting to move in a different direction. What I love about this is that you'll notice that there is a wand right here behind her, right? So this represents all of the things that you've already accomplished, all of the experiences that you've had, the journey that you have just embarked upon. You have learned everything that you could possibly learn. And so now it's sort of like you putting it aside and taking up this new wand of a newly inspired idea, something that you are very curious about, that you're wanting to explore and go in a new journey, a new adventure. And I really feel this is where you currently are. For some of you, maybe this is about traveling abroad. Maybe this is about doing that, hashtag van life, whatever it is. I really feel that this is something you're going to really need to allow yourself to be open to and explore. Now, what is your theme this month? Your theme this month is the Queen of Cups. I apologize. I was just about to say Pentacles. But your theme is the Queen of Cups. Now, what this truly represents is that this represents you being truly connected to that heart-centered space and being connected to your intuition. When you have a Queen of Cups is very much in touch with her emotions, and she is very in tune with what her soul and what her intuition is guiding her to do at that particular time. And I really feel that if this is in reference to you ultimately going on a new adventure here, Cancer, you need to really make sure that this is something that is truly aligning you from the heart, okay? I say that because what you're accomplishing here is the devil. And I feel that you are breaking free of any toxicity or negativity, any self-sabotaging behaviors or patterns that you yourself are currently walking away from. And I feel that ultimately moving in this new direction and allowing yourself to explore something new is ultimately going to create a new space for you to be able to explore more of who you are at the core, okay? So with your theme, I really feel that as you go through this whole month here, Cancer, you need to allow yourself to be connected to the heart center. So this is really about making heartfelt choices and making sure that it's something that you are passionate about and something that you enjoy and that comes from the heart, okay? Now, what you are accomplishing, you have the devil here. Now, this is really about breaking free from any self-sabotaging patterns, behaviors, things that have ultimately sort of kept you stuck. Or anything or anyone, any particular situation or experience that sort of has made you feel like you were manipulated. I feel that ultimately you are starting to see with a lot of clarity here that maybe some of certain people in your life, or maybe certain situations, certain things that you currently are doing are not actually helping you become inspired or motivated. And you really feel like you're being used and you are sort of at war with yourself mentally here, because it's almost like, it's almost like when we do things for other people, not necessarily because we want to, but because we don't want to disappoint someone else, right? And I feel that ultimately when we do that, when we don't honor where we come from a heart-centered space, then we truly aren't living. We're literally just, restricting ourselves into being tied down to certain situations, certain individuals that don't bring us joy and don't give us any excitement or love, okay? So I feel that what you are accomplishing is you're becoming very aware of the things that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you bound and restricted and held down to a certain way of doing things. And I feel that because you are really feeling inspired to move in a different direction and sort of take on a new adventure, you're exploring what that would potentially look like and what it could offer you. Now, what do you need to avoid? You have the Four of Swords here, and I feel that what you ultimately need to avoid is you need to avoid allowing your thoughts to completely manipulate you into not making the choice that you know your heart is really leading you towards. When I often see a Four of Swords, what it's really asking you to do is to sort of contemplate. It's wanting you to sort of take a step back, recognize that a four is really about stability and foundation. And I feel a lot of times when we see a Four of Swords, it's really about truly reflecting, allowing ourselves to truly reflect on where we've come from and allowing things to be what they are, but also recognizing that in the moments when we choose to reflect, we're choosing to sort of honor ourselves where we are in the moment that we're in it. And it's really about, honoring ourselves, allowing ourselves to heal and allowing ourselves to truly understand what it is our greatest desire is, okay? And I feel that what you need to avoid is avoid allowing yourself to be stuck in a very manipulative, negative state. I really feel that what it really wants you to do is take the rest when you need it. Allow yourself to sort of take a step back and reflect on where you are, and acknowledge where you are. Because I feel that the more that you do that, the more that you shine light on what you've accomplished and what you've done here, Cancer, it will truly help you identify your truest intentions. Now, what do you need to embrace? You have the Seven of Swords here on what you need to embrace. And this is beautiful because, what you're avoiding here is you're avoiding that that initial instinct to self-sabotage yourself in moments where you would just try to push through instead of allowing yourself to just be. The one thing about the Four of Swords is that sometimes it means you need to take a rest. Sometimes that means non-action here, okay? Now, what you're embracing with this Seven of Swords is you're needing to embrace your truest intentions, okay? Now, remember what I said, because right above that, you have the Queen of Cups here, Cancer. And your Queen of Cups is really about that heart-centered space living. And if what you're needing to embrace is your truest intention, then ultimately what that's saying is that the more that you align yourself with what your heart's greatest desire is, the more that spirit and the universe and God and your guides and angels are going to sort of highlight that for you. I really feel that Cancer, you tend to be very, you're very emotional, okay? And because you're very emotional, sometimes you tend to fall on the spectrum of looking at all of the negative versus looking at embracing what is, okay? And I feel that what you're needing to embrace here is embrace your intentions. If you made a choice, a specific choice that you felt was a bad choice, honor that intention, honor that decision. It's not about wishing that things could be different and you making a different choice. It's about understanding and recognizing what it is you've learned from that specific experience. What did it teach you? What value has it brought you? What have you gained from having gone through that experience that you can now utilize to your benefit the further along you go in your journey and your adventure? Now, what is the obstacle that you're going to face? I feel that ultimately the obstacle here with Temperance is really going to be your patience and your time and the time it's going to take to transform from one aspect to another. Understand that when we have this desire to want to go on a new adventure, and it's in a direction that we ultimately have no experience in. And because we don't have the experience in that new journey, in that new direction, we ultimately get very impatient. We get so impatient on it's taking too long. I'm not seeing the results that I want. And we inevitably end up giving up on ourselves and our dreams and our visions way too soon. And I feel that that's the obstacle you're going to face here, Cancer. I feel that ultimately the message with this is going to be understand that things take time and understand that you have the angelic guidance that you need to give you the answers to help you remain calm in the states of uncomfortableness, right? One thing about Temperance is that Temperance is really about it's about alchemy, right? It's transforming one thing into another. And understand that, you know, because you have a lot of swords here, now understand here, Cancer, that the kind of swords that you have here really have a lot to do with your thoughts, the way that you think, the things that you think. And I feel that it's important that you understand that when you have learned for so long, you've accustomed yourself to thinking a specific way, doing things a certain way, to switch that, to ultimately change from one way of thinking and being and believing to another takes time. It requires a lot of patience and it requires consistency. And so I feel that's the obstacle you're going to face here. The ability to be patient as you transition from one phase of an adventure to another. Now, what is the support that you have this month? You have Strength here in reverse. And I feel that ultimately the support is, your guides and your angels really letting you know that you have this inner strength in you that you actually don't use. I feel, if anything, you tend to utilize your weaknesses as a strength. And Spirit really needs you to sort of flip the script a little bit. I feel that ultimately, we often look at aspects of ourselves in either a negative or a positive way. And I feel a lot of times we don't recognize that our weaknesses actually come to us in ways that oftentimes protect us in moments where we feel like we are being threatened, or we feel like, we're being used in a very, bad way. I feel that ultimately your support is learning to embrace. Okay. Notice how on this card, when I flip it right side up, notice how you have this lamb down here, right? So the lamb truly represents the softer side of you, the side of you that is loving, that is compassionate. Now the lion here, right, is representative of that inner beast that we all have. We all have an inner beast within us that a lot of times sort of takes control. When things don't go our way, or when we feel like we're being manipulated. Okay. Now, when I look at this diagonally here, Cancer, I have the Strength in reverse with the Seven of Swords and the Devil. So this is what I feel your support is really going to come into play this month. In moments where you are yourself sabotaging yourself, you're manipulating yourself with your thoughts, the self-limiting imposed beliefs that you have, this is where you need to dig deep within yourself to find that inner strength that lies within you to sort of overcome those limiting beliefs. Understanding that you have to be compassionate and loving. It's not about putting up a wall or sort of, keeping that inner beast at bay. It's really about embracing all aspects of yourself, coming into union with both the inner beast and the softer side of you. And when you allow them to come together as one, you sort of create things in a very loving, nurturing way that you can create wholeness, right? And I feel that is ultimately what your support is. Now, what is your action this month? You have the Seven of Cups here. And again, this is going to connect to your intuition. When I see the Seven of Cups, it's ultimately about making conscious choices here. And I feel that because you're wanting a new adventure, you're wanting to explore, you're wanting to learn something new, whatever it might be, you're going to be presented with lots of opportunities, lots of different ways on how you can attain all of this curiosity and all of this excitement in this new adventure. But what Spirit really needs you to sort of, the action you need to take place, that needs to take place here, is connect to your heart. Again, when I'm looking at this, from top to bottom, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Now, what that means is that you have two sevens, right? And two sevens really also represent, that withdrawal, that step back that we have to take, that the moment that we have to allow ourselves to connect to our intuition, that ultimately sort of gives us, when we connect inwardly towards that heart center, right? And it's about connecting to our intuition. The Seven of Cups is really about not really looking at all of your options as which one is going to get me to the route the fastest. Which cup should I choose? Which option, which opportunity should I choose that's going to get me to my destination the soonest? It's not about making that kind of a choice. It's really ultimately about what are the experiences that I'm going to learn in these opportunities, in these options that are being presented to me. When you can look at every cup, every opportunity, every option as an experience, as an opportunity to something bigger and better, then you don't limit yourself. And it's really about connecting inwardly, right? It's really about really asking yourself, is this truly what I want? One way to really look at this, Cancer, is, I used to, when I look back, okay, and I do not regret anything in my life, but when I was a lot younger, I decided that I wanted to go to nursing school. And when I got about 2 years into nursing school, I realized, I'm not so sure this is really where I want to go. And so I ended up kind of withdrawing from the university, and I started working at a hospital, and I started getting a really good view of nursing. because I was working in a children's hospital. And it was in that first 2 years of working in that hospital that I quickly realized nursing was not really what I wanted. When I sat down and I really thought about what my heart truly wanted, what my heart was truly guiding me towards, it was guiding me towards helping people, yes, but how? That question was how? How do I want to help people? What is my heart truly guiding me towards? And that's when I realized that coaching was really the avenue that I wanted. We can all have these amazing ideas, these amazing inspired ideas of what we're truly wanting for our life. But when we can truly connect to our intuition and we listen to what our heart is really telling us, that is when we seek the most clarity of all. And I feel that is what this Seven of Cups is. So your action is really to connect to your heart and really make conscious choices. Now, what is the advice and the encouragement that you have? You have the Tower here. So what this tells me is I feel that I'm getting kind of the message here, Cancer, is that if the more that you continue to not make conscious choices, ultimately, we all have a fate. We all have destiny that is a part of our life, right? And I feel a lot of times when Tower moments happen, now Tower moments are when things get chaotic, right? When things sort of fall apart. We tend to, harbor on a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of resentment, a lot of anger and frustration when stuff like that happens. Because what do? We normally sit there and we sabotage ourselves by telling ourselves constantly, I should have done this. I should have done this. My life would have been better. You don't know that. Again, it's really about what is your true intention. The ultimate thing with the Tower that I often associate it with is that understand that when certain experiences occur, it is our task, our duty to sort of see the light in the midst of the chaos through the darkness, right? So your advice is really that no matter how dark, no matter how complicated, no matter how frustrating things might be for you this month, really tune into that heart-centered space and really look at every experience that you are currently going through this month and see it as an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for expansion. It's an opportunity for you to understand something at a much deeper level. Maybe understanding a little bit more about who you are, maybe about what it is that you're wanting, what it is that you feel you want to accomplish in your life. Use it as an opportunity to grow. And I feel that this is what your message is, Cancer. So let's go ahead and draw an additional card and see what additional information Spirit has for you. We are going to be reading from the book. This is one of my favorite decks, and it's called The Secret Language of Light. So let's see. What additional information and insight can you offer Cancer this month, Spirit? Okay. So right off the bat, we have number 25, manifestation. Okay. Now, what this truly means here, guys, Cancer, is that manifestation is really about our thoughts, the words that we use, the things that we think, our beliefs. We create our own reality. And this card truly is an indicator of understanding that we attract the things that we give focus to. So here is what the book has to say about manifestation. You are about to experience something you have longed for. You may not see any evidence yet, but don't be disheartened. Instead, be still and align with your soul. Soon, you will be inspired to take a step forward, where you will meet your dreams and desires. Fall in love with the unknown, and the path of the known will materialize. You create your life through how you feel and what you think. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. First, you must be aware of how you feel in the present. Practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. The time just before manifestation is an opportunity to change any story from your past, present, or future. Your perception is altering so you can see in a new light. Everything is created twice. Firstly, in the vibrational realm, perceived as imagination, feeling, or dreaming, and then in the physical world as manifested objects. Enjoy the journey to all you are manifesting, and your desires will arrive sooner. This is the nature of creation. This is absolutely beautiful. And Cancer, I really feel that this is ultimately what your message is. Because it's really wanting you, your theme this month is really wanting you to focus in on your heart. When you can focus in on your heart, you recognize that you are the one that is in control of how your life sort of portrays itself, right? Everything that you think and that you believe, you create, and you see it in a reflection of the people around you and the experiences that you have. So Cancer, this is your message this month. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.